Hey everybody, it is Friday, February 28th, 2025. I am now officially 2 weeks post-op. Wanted to give an update on sort of where I am. Again, as always, the pluses and the minuses. First plus, let me actually show you how my mobility is. I am walking a lot better than I was a few days ago. I will go back and forth and show you here I can actually now walk with the walker without having to give it the death grip. So here we go. This is a huge improvement from just a couple days ago, and I am so happy about it. I'm actually able to heel toe. I'm actually able to walk the way I'm supposed to. Have made a lot of progress in literally the last couple of days. So that's a very, very, very big positive. Okay, so here's the 2-week report. Went in and saw my doc yesterday. Well, actually, let me step back. Last 2 weeks, I've been doing the at-home PT, trying to just do the continue to get the swelling down, do some basic range of motion exercises. Pain had been going down. I'm unfortunately still on Norco. I'm taking it about every 6 hours, sometimes every 8. The last 2 nights I was actually able to sleep without having to put ice on my knee, but I am still waking up about every 3 to 4 hours during the night, so I'm just not sleeping well at all and needing to take naps during the day. I am still exhausted, and because of the Norco, I'm still kind of a zombie on and off during the day. In terms of where I am from a range of motion standpoint, well, actually, let me talk about this. The good stuff. My swelling is very much under control. I still have a patch of swelling above the knee. Talked to the doc yesterday and to my PT, and they all said it looks really, really good for where we are. It's not unexpected that I have this kind of swelling still, and that overall the swelling is in really good shape. Second thing that's happening really good is that the incision fully healed, no issues there. It's looking great, no tenderness around the incision, so everything looks good there. Also, another positive, took x-rays at my 2-week yesterday. Alignment looks great. The implants are in there strong. There was no weirdness, no specific swelling around it. He said the x-rays just look fabulous, and he's sure that once I actually get past this next couple of weeks, that I'm gonna start making progress pretty quickly. Okay, so now, the negatives. My range of motion is still absolutely horrible. I was supposed to be by now at 0, so flat, full extension, and 110 on my flexion, and I have been stuck at about 15 to 20 degrees on the extension, and I'm only able to get to about 65 on the flexion. Again, talked to the doc yesterday, and he said, a little concerned, not terribly concerned. He said he's seen this happen before. One of the things really, really to consider when you're gonna be going in for your knee replacement, do you wanna do cemented or cementless? He told me that the cementless, the first few weeks especially, would be a lot harder, and I now see what he means. He said he's had this happen before. So in my knee, the joint itself does not hurt. There's virtually it's a little sore, but there's virtually no pain inside the joint. What's happening is that I'm having an inflammatory response still from the cementless implants because they're super porous, they push into the bone is trying to integrate into them. My body is sending out an extra inflammatory response. All the nerves on my knee and up in my quad are just on high alert, and basically my quad is still just completely locked. When you massage it, when you push on it a few days ago, it was so tender that I couldn't even hardly touch it. Now it's starting to loosen up. It has never felt hard like if you had a Charlie horse and you've got a muscle that just feels like a rock, but when I try to bend it and when he tried to bend it, it literally felt like the muscle was like a piece of wood, where it would start to go and it would get to a point and it literally felt like it was just gonna tear apart inside, and it's completely blocking me from making more progress on my range of motion. So where are we? I started my real PT yesterday, working with a great physical therapist. Another thing I would highly, highly recommend is find somebody who does a lot of hands-on manual therapy and who has experience dealing with people who are going through knee replacements. I'll send you the link to who I'm using. His name is Ken Burns. He's at Spectrum Physical Therapy here in San Carlos. So if you're on the peninsula, I would highly, highly recommend him. I've only done one visit, but I've had 2 PTs in my life that I've gone to, and in the first visit, it's like, this person is just the shit, and Ken is one of them. I can tell he's going to be great. He really pushed me yesterday. It hurt. It really hurt, but he didn't push to the point where I was like, pain for the sake of pain, but he was like, this is going to hurt. We're going to get some motion going here. We're going to push you past where you're comfortable and get things going. And by the end of the session, he had gotten me to be able to get to close to 0 and to about 85. Now, of course, overnight, everything's tightened back up again, but 10 degrees flexion, 10 degrees of extra extension in just one PT session is night and day. And I am very convinced that this is going to keep going the right direction over the next couple of weeks. What Dr. Bonner said was that if at 6 weeks, I'm still really stuck, like where I am right now, which I don't think I will be, but he said, really, really, really pay attention to the PT. He said, it's clear that I've been doing my home exercises. I know I'm going to keep doing them. I'm on the program. I'm freaking working it. But he said, if at 6 weeks, you're still really stuck, then what they would have to consider doing is putting me back under anesthesia and doing a manual manipulation to get the joint to move through the range of motion. And he basically said, we don't want to do that. And when I talked to Ken, he was like, you don't want to do that. So let's work like hell on this PT. So my goal over the next 4 weeks, do my PT, do my exercises, do them religiously twice a day, keep doing the icing on and off, start using heat on the quad, using my roller. I've started to use this TheraBand roller. I find that this one, it's a little softer and it's got these little indentations, and it really, really, really works extremely well on the quad. I can really feel it, and so I'm just doing that a lot. The exercises Ken has me doing right now, I'll put a full list of them into the description of the video, but essentially it's kind of what you would expect. It's flexion and it's extension. So it's sitting on a table, letting your foot go down, leg go down with gravity, using the other one to push it down. It's starting to do short arc quads, a lot of short arc quads. It's doing heel slides. It's doing straight leg raises. It's laying flat on a bed and letting the extension try to straighten my knee out to full extension, so with my leg over the edge. He's also got me on like a teeny tiny little recumbent bike thing. I'm not able to do anything like this, but it's just basically forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, a little tiny bit more at a time. And then he said, just keep walking either with the walker or I can start moving over to the crutches. But he really wants me to be focusing on heel toe so that I'm getting my proper motion back in the leg. And then I see him on Monday, I see him next Friday. I do twice a week for the next 4 weeks. I'll see where I am. So I've got 1 more week off work. I am really, really, really glad I took 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks. If you're going to do a cementless, I would highly recommend you take 3 weeks off. I'm hoping that this week I can really start tapering way down on the opioids, and that by the end of next week, I'm totally off of them and just back onto NSAIDs and other things. The one other thing is that he said now that I'm at 2 weeks, Dr. Bonner said that I can start taking supplements. So I'm going to be taking omega-3s, I'm taking vitamin C, I'm taking turmeric, basically anything I can to try to help with the inflammation as much as it can. I'm also taking essential amino acids, EAAs, very, very high doses to try to help with quad strength and making sure that it doesn't continue to atrophy. And we'll see where it goes. Okay, that is my 2-week update. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Otherwise, I will talk to you again in about a week, unless I make some huge breakthrough and I'm able to do something like get around on my bike, which I doubt that's going to happen, but I am hoping that happens within the next 4 weeks. All right, have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.